Good morning to our honorable head teacher, our distinguished judges, our teachers, parents, and students. Today, we bring to you the grand finale of the Read to Inspire competition. My name is Tanya Brock.
And I am Lois Arno. And we are your MCs for today. Today, we celebrate excellence, confidence, and the power of reading.
Let's invite Sir Christopher Black, the administrator of Lift and Soul Network, to give our opening prayer. Let's give a round of applause.
Let's pray. Let's pray. All eyes closed. Father, we thank you for the grand finale of Read to Inspire. As we are about to begin, we want to begin in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher Blanc, for the wonderful prayer. Now, we'll take the welcome address from Sir Peter Kobina, CEO of Lift and Soul Network. Can we give him a round of applause?
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, MCs, and thank you all. Hello, can we have some silence? Hello? Hello? Yeah, so we thank the Almighty God for a faithful day as this. I would like to use the opportunity to, first of all, thank the director of the school, Mr. Ifrifa, and then the administrator as well, Mr. Japon, for such a wonderful privilege to organize such a competition under his or their watch. Next of all, I want to also extend gratitude to the staff of Tower Hamlet International School for also cooperating with us. Without you allowing the kids to come from the classroom to have the competition, I'm not sure it will be done. So thank you all. Next, I would like to also thank my lovely readers. Please clap for them. They have done massively well. So we began this competition with a maximum of 37 readers, but amazingly, today being the finals, we have only 14 of the readers being part of this competition. Do not forget that Read to Inspire competition is proudly brought to you by Lift and Soul Network in collaboration with Tower Hamlet International School. And I would like to state it again, if you want to sponsor this program, either the next one, do not hesitate to reach us on 059 4568033. Now to the purpose of gathering here. So we are here to have our learners read their last script. I know they have pulled their weight and then they have found themselves in the final. So my lovely readers, if you are here, it is time for you to prove to the entire school and the entire world out there what you are made of. I trust you and I know you do well. I know at the end we'll crown the winner, but then there are special awards that will be given aside the overall winner of today's competition. So stay tuned and enjoy. Thank you.
So now we are going to introduce our judges. We have Mr. Hayford, Miss Akosia, and Mr. Malay. Oh, clap, 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 clap. So readers, your judging criteria is based on pronunciation, fluency, expression, confidence, and message delivery. Okay? So every reader will be given 2 minutes to finish their reading. So without wasting much time, let's invite our first contestant.
Let's give a round of applause to El Kabela Boache.
There comes
There's a moment in life when everything feels heavy. A moment when your effort seems unnoticed, your progress feels slow, and your dreams began to look too far away. That moment came for Sina. She had always believed in doing well in school, but things were not going as she expected. No matter how hard she tried, her results were not improving. Each time she failed, her confidence became weaker. Slowly, she began to ask herself a dangerous question. Maybe I'm not good enough. Those words stayed in her mind like a shadow. One afternoon, after receiving another disappointing result, Sina sat alone in the classroom long after everyone had left. She felt tired, frustrated, and ready to give up. Then she remembered something her teacher once said. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey to success. Sina sat quietly, thinking about those words. For the first time, she realized something important. Her problem was not failure. Her problem was giving failure too much power. That day, she made a decision. She decided that she would not allow one result or even many failures to define her future. She went home and started again. She asked questions in class. She studied differently, she practiced more. It was not easy and progress was slow, but she did not stop. Weeks turned into months. One day, her teacher returned their test papers. Sina held her paper with shaking hands. She looked down and saw she had not seen in a long time. A good grade. She smiled. But what made her happiest was not the grade. It was the fact that she did not give up. Sina's story is not just about success. It is about a
Okay,
decision.
thank you. So let's hear from our judge, Mr. Hayford. What do you think about her reading?
Yeah. A cappella. Um, you did very well. Your pronunciation was okay, but you need to check your voice modulation. Overall, I'll give it to you.
Let's invite the next reader, Raquel Abajo. Let's give a round of applause.
In life, many people move from one day to another without ever asking themselves an important question. Why am I here? But Kojo was different. From a young age, he believed that his life had a purpose. He did not know exactly what it was, but he a deep felt a deep desire to make a difference. As he grew older, life became a challenge. Life became more challenging. There were moments of doubt, moments of failure, and moments where giving up seemed easier. Some of his friends lost direction. They stopped believing in themselves and began following paths that did not lead them to good. Kojo always faced those same choices, but deep inside him, there was a voice that kept reminding him, you are meant for something greater. He held on to that belief. He worked hard in school. He read books that inspired him. He listened to advice from people who encouraged growth and discipline. There were times when progress felt slow. Thank you. Wow, that was awesome. Give a round of applause to her.
Raquel, you were stumbling a little bit. I think this time round, last week you performed creditably well. I think this time round you stumbled a little bit. Now, when you are reading in a competition like this, you need to be fluent, pay attention to the vocabulary. You are reading words, is that right? So next time, you have to take care of your pronunciations and the words you are reading. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Our next contestant is Benedict Abba.
The purpose that calls you. In life, many people move from one day to another without ever asking themselves an important question. Why am I here? But Kojo was different. From a young age, he believed that his life had a purpose. He did not know exactly what it was, but he felt a deep desire to make a difference. As he grew older, life became more challenging. There were moments of doubt, moments of failure, and moments when giving up seemed easy. Some of his friends lost direction. They stopped believing in themselves and began to follow paths that did not lead to growth. Kojo also faced those same choices. But deep inside him, there was a voice that kept reminding him, you are meant for something greater. He held on to that belief. He worked hard in school. He read books that inspired him. He listened to advice from people who encouraged growth and discipline. There were times when progress felt slow and success seemed far away. But Kojo understood something many people fail to realize. Purpose is not discovered in comfort. It is discovered through effort, struggles, and persistence. One day, during a school event, Kojo was given the opportunity to speak. At first, he felt nervous, but then he remembered his journey, his struggles, and his determination. He spoke from his heart. Thank you, thank you.
Mr. Benedict, Sir Peter, I thought this program was for Ghanaians, but I've seen a British here. You read very well. I really enjoyed how you read. All I can say is, this meeting may one day take you to BBC, so that you read this to the whole world. Continue and keep it up. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now let's invite Janet Lolo. True friendship. Two friends were strolling down the street one sunny afternoon when they had an argument, and one slapped the other at his face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything, wrote in the sand, "Today my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found a pool where they decided to have a swim. The one who had been slapped started drowning. Their friend saved him. After he recovered from the near drowning, he wrote on a stone, "Today my best friend saved my life." The friend who had slapped as well saved his best friend, asked him, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand, and now that I saved your life, you wrote on a stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When somebody hurts us, we should write it in the sand where words of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must write it down on a stone where no wind can never erase. Find the positive side of art of a friend and not only the negative. Note, don't value the things you have in your life, but rather the people you have. Thank you. Wow, wow. Okay, so now, say for what do you think?
Okay. Jane, you did well. I think you were fluent, and then next time you would have to take care of your punctuations. Okay? Thank you.
Let's invite our next contestant, Kofi Sapomensa. Please, title of my story is The True Friendship.
My phone is.
Rolling down the street. One sunny
My phone is.
The title of my story is True Friendship. Two friends were strolling down the street one sunny afternoon when they had an agreement, and one slapped the other at his face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything, wrote in the sand, "Today, my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found a where they decided to have a sleep. The one who had slapped started yelling. The friend saved him, and he recovered from the nearest. He wrote on the street, "Today, my best friend saved my life." The friend who had slapped and was all saved his best friend and him. "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand, and now that I saved your life, you write on the stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When somebody hurts us, we should write it in the sand. When words of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for you, you must write it down on a stone where no way can ever erase. Find the positive side of a friend and not only the negative." Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next contestant is Portia Teteya Yaria. Did I get the name correct?
Clap, clap, clap.
The title of my story is The True Friendship. Two friends were strolling down the street one sunny afternoon when they had an argument, and one slapped the other at his face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything, wrote in the sand, "Today, my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found a pool where they decided to have a swim. The one who had been slapped started drowning. The friend saved him. After he recovered from the near drowning, he wrote on a stone, "Today, my best friend saved my life." The friend who had slapped and as well saved his best friend asked him, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand, and now that I saved your life, you wrote on a stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When somebody hurts us, we should write it in the sand where winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must write it down on a stone where no wind can ever erase." Find the positive side of act of a friend and not only the negative. Note: don't value the things you have in your life, but rather the people you have. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you too. So now, Samale, give us your remarks.
Okay, you read very well. Yeah, you were fluent, and I could hear every word clearly. I loved how you read. How I wish you always read to me in my class. And the part where you said, when somebody hurts us, we should write it in the sand, where winds of forgiveness can erase it away. Those listening, it goes to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. So now, let's invite Mami Ekwa Mensu. Clap, clap, clap. I can't feel the energy. Clap.
The True Friendship. Two friends were strolling down the street one sunny day afternoon when they had an agreement, and one slapped the other at his face. The one who got slapped was hurt bad without saying anything. Wrote in the sand. Today, my best friend slapped me in the face. They kept on walking until they found a pool where they decided to have a swim. The one who had been slapped started drawing. Their friend saved him. After he recovered from the near drawing, he wrote on a stone. Today, my best friend saved my life. The friend who had slapped one and said, "Well, save me," his best friend asked me, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand and now that it saved your life." You wrote on a stone. Why? The other friend replied, when somebody hurts us, we should write it in the sand where wind or forgiveness can erase it away. But when somebody does something good for us, we must write it down on a stone where no wind can ever wash.
Thank you, thank you. Indeed, this is a reading competition. Let's clap for her. Let's ask Hayford to give us his remarks.
Mommy, we were was script, but initially we were not audible. I don't know whether it was the mic or what. But next time, you must pay attention to your punctuations. We are reading sentences, not a poem. Next time, make sure you read sentences and punctuate them appropriately. Thank you.
Let's invite the next contestant, Najla Aidu. Please clap for her.
My name is Najla Aidu. The title for today is True Friendship. Two friends were strolling down the street one sunny afternoon when they had an argument, and one slapped the other at his face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything, wrote in the sand, "Today, my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found a pool where they decided to have a swim. The one who had been slapped started drowning. The friend saved him. After he recovered from the near drowning, he wrote on a stone, "Today, my best friend saved my life." The friend who had slapped and as well said the best friend asked him, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand and now that I saved your life, you wrote on a stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When somebody hurts us, we should write it in the sand where winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must write it down on a stone where no wind can ever erase." Find the positive side of act of a friend and not only the negative. Note, don't value the things you have in your life, but rather the people you have. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Miss Akosia, what's your remarks?
You were very confident. You pronounced the words very well. And you really did well. Keep it up. Thank you.
The next contestant is Polian Osu.
The true friendship. Two friends were strolling down in the street one sunny afternoon when they had an argument and slapped the other on his face. The one who got slapped was hurt but without saying anything, wrote in the sun, "Today, my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found a pool where they decided to have a swim. The one who had been slapped started drowning. The friend saved him. After he recovered from the near drowning, he wrote on a stone, "Today, my best friend saved my life."
The friend who has slapped and as well saved the best friend asking. After I hate you, you wrote the sun and noon, I saved your life. You wrote on a stone. Why? The other friend replied, when somebody hates us, we should write it in the sun, where words of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, you must write it down on a stone where no rain can ever erase. Find the positive side of acts of friend and not only the negative. Note, don't value the
Thank you. Please, we'll take a remark from Sir Malay.
Oh, you didn't clap for me. You clap for me. You are done. Clap for me. Okay, Mr. Gansa, I was enjoying what you were reading, but you pronounce certain words wrongly, and that's the only problem I had. And your pace, work on your pace. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you. Our next contestant is Hiba Adams. The title of my story is True Friendship. Two friends were strolling down the street one sunny afternoon when they had an argument, and one slapped the other at his face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything, wrote in the sand, "Today my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found a pool where they decided to have a swim. The one who had been slapped started drowning. The friend saved him. After he recovered from the near drowning, he wrote on a stone, "Today my best friend saved my life." The friend who had slapped and as well saved his best friend, asking him, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand, and now that I saved your life, you wrote on a stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When somebody hurts us, we should write it in the sand where winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must write it down on a stone where no wind can ever erase." Find the positive side of act of a friend and not only the negative. Note, don't value the things you have in your life, but rather the people you have. Thank you, Hiba.
Uh, Deepa, that's the name, right? You're right, you did very well, but my little problem is that you were not reading sentences, you were reading words. This is a competition. You are called to read sentences and punctuate them accordingly. Okay? Otherwise, you did very well. Thank you.
Next on our list is NSAJ.
The title of the story is The True Friendship. Two friends were strolling down the street one sunny afternoon when they had an agreement, and one slapped the other at his face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything wrote in the sand, "Today my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found a pool. When they decided to have a swim, the one who had been slapped started drowning. The friend saved him. After he recovered from the near drowning, he wrote on a stone, "Today my best friend saved my life." The friend who had slapped and as well saved his best friend asked him, After I helped you, you wrote in the sand, and now that I saved your life, you wrote on a stone. Why? The other friend replied, when somebody hurts us, we should write it in the sand when winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must write it down on a stone where no wind can ever erase. Find the positive side of act of a friend and not only the negative. Thank you.
Thank you. Please clap for him.
You have to work on your brain, okay, and also your punctuation. Do you understand? But you did very well. Keep it up. Thank you.
Our next contestant, give a round of applause for Nana Nyamiche.
True friendship. Two friends were strolling down the street one sunny afternoon when they had an argument and one slapped the other at his face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything, wrote in the sand, "Today, my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found a pool where they decided to have a swim. The one who had been slapped started drowning. The friend saved him. After he recovered from the near drowning, he wrote on a stone, "Today, my best friend saved my life." The friend who slapped and as well saved his best friend asked him, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand, and now that I saved your life, you wrote on a stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When somebody hurts us, we should write it in the sand where winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must write it down on a stone where no wind can ever erase." Find the positive side of act of a friend and not only the negative. Note, don't value the things you have in your life, but rather the people you have. Thank you. Okay, so now let's listen to Sir Malik.
Nana makes you look tense. Yeah, I know sometimes it might be the crowd, but don't let the crowd have an effect on what you are reading. Just concentrate with what you are holding. Read and read aloud so that we can enjoy what you are reading. But you've done very well. Thank you very much.
So now, next on our list is Diamond Lutherford. The title of this script is The Leader Within. Kwame had always believed that leaders were people who were loud, confident, and always in front. He never saw himself as one of them. He preferred to stay quiet and do his work. One day, something unexpected happened. During a group assignment, the class leader was absent. The teacher asked the group to organize themselves. Everyone became confused. No one wanted to take responsibility. Kwame noticed the confusion. At first, he stayed silent, just like he always did. But then he remembered something his father once told him. Leadership is not about being the loudest. It is about taking responsibility when it matters. Slowly, Kwame spoke up. "Let's divide the work," he suggested. At first, his voice was unsure, but as he continued, his confidence grew. He organized the group assignment tasks and encouraged everyone to contribute. By the end of the lesson, their group has completed the best work in the class. The teacher praised them and asked who led the group. The pupils pointed to Kwame. He was surprised. That day, Kwame learned something important.
Thank you.
Diamond, you did very well. I think I'll give it to you. The only thing is, there are a few quotations that you should have paid attention to. Right, next time, pay attention to those quotations. And let us hear the sentences. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on our list is Eleonora Lucia. Hi, I'm Eleonora. The title of my story is True Friendship. Two friends were strolling down the street one sunny afternoon when they had an argument, and one slapped the other at his face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything, wrote in the sand, "Today, my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found a pool, where they decided to have a swim. The one who had been slapped started drowning. The friend saved him. After he recovered from the near drowning, he wrote on a stone, "Today, my best friend saved my life." The friend who had slapped and also as well saved his life, his best friend, asked him, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand, and now that I saved your life, you wrote on a stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When somebody hurts us, we should write in the sand where winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must write it down on a stone where no wind can ever erase. Find the opposite side of acts of a friend and not only the negative. Note, don't value the things you have in your life, but rather the people you have." Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you too. Please, Male, any remark?
Eleonora, I say, in the previous pages, you sounded very active, but today you look scared. Is it because of the crowd? Don't be scared. But you read very well, and I hope whatever you want in this competition, you will get it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sir Peter, please.
Right, so thank you very much. Please, let's clap for our readers. Let's clap for them. They did wonderfully well. They did wonderfully well. And hello, I will say a very big thank you to all of you for also remaining silent throughout the reading. Now, as the judges put their marks together, we will invite two of the readers up front. They will sit down. There is an interesting storybook you wouldn't want to miss. So they'll read the story from beginning to end, and then by that time the judges will be done with their score. Then you can see the winner and all other awards that will be given. So if you're happy to have the two learners, let us give a round of applause to Bernadette Aban and El Cabela Boachi. Clap for them. Come with your chest. Come with your chest. Right, so there's an interesting storybook here. It is titled, hello, are you listening? The Students Who Hated Homework. The Students Who Hated Homework. I know almost all of us here hate homework. Now, yeah, it's true, right? So that is why this story is here. So we'll read this story. Listen to what happened to the student who hated homework. The same thing can happen to you if you don't change from hating homework. So we'll give it to them. As they do the reading, please listen to them. The judges are also putting together their score. And then we'll continue from there. Thank you.
The Students Who Hated Homework by Nana Otre Ampim and Peter Kobina. Chapter 1. The Village of Achina. In a quiet African village named Achina, nestled between tall baobab trees and whispering winds, There lived a boy named Kweku. He was known in the village not for bravery or kindness, but for his stubbornness. Kweku hated homework. Kweku would crumple each time his teacher, Mami Ekia, gave homework. Kweku would crumple the paper or use it to wrap roasted groundnuts. Really? His parents, both hardworking farmers, tried their best to guide him. His father would come home after a long day in the field and sit Kweku down. Kweku, education is your machete to cut through the forest of life, he would say with wisdom in his eyes. But Kweku would barely listen. He would make excuses. The goats need feeding, and my pencil is too short.
Soon after, he dashed off to play ampe, climb mango trees, or chase chickens around the village square. Other children often teased him. One day your books will chase you, they joked. But Kweku didn't care. He believed homework was a waste of time. Little did he know, the spirits of the village had been watching.
Chapter 2. The warning from Mami Ekia. One sunny Monday morning, Mami Ekia, the village school teacher, stood in front of the class with a stern expression. She wore her usual head wrap and glasses perched low on her nose. Her eyes scanned the room before they rested on Kweku, who sat at the back carving patterns into his desk with a stick. Kweku, she said, her voice calm but firm. You have not done any of the last 3 assignments. Do you think the gods of learning are pleased with you? The classroom felt silent. All eyes turned to Kweku. He shrugged and said with a smirk, I don't believe in ghost stories, Mommy.
Mami Ekia walked slowly to the front of the class, picking up her long cane. Then let me tell you a tale, she said. There are spirits in the forest beyond our village. Soon after, he dashed off to play ampe, climb mango trees, or chase chicken around the village square. Other children often teased him. One day your books will chase you, they joked. But Kweku didn't care. He believed homework was a waste of time. Little did he know, the spirits of village had been watching.
Chapter 2. The warning from Mami Ekia. One sunny Monday morning, Mami Ekia, the village school teacher, stood in front of the class with a stern expression. She wore her usual head wrap and glasses perched low on her nose. Her eyes scanned the room before they rested on Kweku, who sat at the back carving patterns into his desk with a stick. Kweku, she said, her voice calm but firm. You have not done any of the last 3 assignments. Do you think the gods of learning are pleased with you? The classroom felt silent. All eyes turned to Kweku. He shrugged and said with a smirk, I don't believe in ghost stories, Mommy.
Mami Ekia walked slowly to the front of the class, picking up her long cane. Then let me tell you a tale, she said. There are spirits in the forest beyond our village. They love homework more than anything. When a child refuses to learn, they come and collect what is old. The children shivered, but Kweku rolled his eyes. Scare someone else, he mumbled. Mami Ekia didn't reply. She only looked at him for a long time and said, when they come, I hope you remember this day.
That night, the village of Achena was quiet. The moon hung full in the sky, and the only sounds were the hoots of owls and the distant howling of wild dogs. Inside his mud-walled hut, Kweku was fast asleep, dreaming of mangoes and mischief. His books lay untouched beside his sleeping mat. Suddenly, the wind began to blow harder. It whistled through the cracks in the wall, rustling the pages of Kweku's exercise book. A coldness entered the room. Then came a whisper. Kweku. He stirred in his sleep. Who's there? He mumbled, but no one replied. The whisper came again, louder this time. Kweku! He opened his eyes and screamed. His books were floating in the air, pages flipping wildly. His pencil hovered, writing on its own. Shadowy figures with glowing red eyes began to emerge from the walls, slowly creeping toward him. He shouted, but no sound escaped his lips. One of the spirits pointed at a bony finger at him and whispered, "Homework is never wasted." Before he could run, they grabbed his hand and pulled him out of his hut, past the sleeping goats and into the dark forest. Chapter 4. The Journey to the Spirit School. Kweku was dragged deep into the forest where no villager dared to go. The trees were twisted and gnarled, and the air was thick with fog. The spirits didn't speak as they led him to a clearing where a strange building stood. It looked like a school, but everything was wrong. The desks were made of bones. The blackboard oozed red ink that moved like blood. A tall spirit with glowing eyes and a cloak made of homework pages stood at the front of the room. "Welcome to Spirit School," it said. "Here you will complete every assignment you ever refused." Kweku was forced to sit. Papers appeared before him, hundreds of them. His pencil moved, but he had to guide it. Whenever he stopped, the spirit wheeled, circling him with icy breath and whispers. He wrote until his fingers cramped. He cried and pleaded and even apologized, but the spirits continued their hunting chant. No homework, no peace. Eventually, Kweku fell to the ground, exhausted. "Please," he begged, "let me go. I've learned my lesson." The spirits paused. The glowing-eyed teacher stepped forward. "If you promise to respect your learning, you may return." Kweku nodded. "I promise." Chapter 5. A New Leaf. Kweku woke up with a start. Morning light streamed through the small window of his hut. The sounds of roosters and market women filled the air. He looked around. His books lay neatly beside him. For a moment, he thought it had been a dream. But then he noticed a single ghostly page stuck to the wall. It read, "Remember your promise." Without wasting time, he picked up his pencil and opened his homework. His hand shook a little, but he wrote carefully, remembering every word Mami Ekia had ever said. At school, Mami Ekia watched him with surprise as he handed in his work. "Kweku," she asked, "you did your homework?" "Yes, Mommy," he said quietly. From that day on, Kweku became a changed boy. He studied hard, helped others, and even started reminding his classmates to do their work. When children asked why, he would smile and say, "Let's just say the spirit of homework are real." The village of Achina had never seen such a transformation, and every time the wind rustled the trees at night, Kweku would look outside and whisper, "Thank you." Moral of the story: homework may seem boring, but it builds your future. Ignore it, and you may just be visited by the homework spirit. Thank you.
This is awesome. Please let's clap for them. You can take your chairs away. Can I have my book back? Right, thank you. So, this book was written as a class project work. Myself and one of my home schooling kids. So we're just writing stories and then we put this together. It's nice, right? So if you want a copy, you can see me later for a copy. But then today, each reader will go home with one of these books and then one of become an A+ student as well. So at this point, I'll leave it to our MCs to take it from here. We'll be closing in no time. Please clap for the readers once again.
Now let's invite one of their judges to give us his or her remarks. Please, Mr. Hayford, will you do it? Give him a round of applause.
Hi. The director, the administrator, the headmaster, members of staff, the judges, readers, invited guests if there are any, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally come to the end of this competition. Well, it began as an amazing experience, actually for both competitors and judges alike. Some of the competitors moved from a state of nervousness to very high degree of confidence, and I admire them for that. They manifested a lot of stagecraft. What we call stagecraft is when you come to the public, stand before so many people, so many eyes watching you, some good, some bad, and still you are able to perform. That is the spirit they have started cultivating. Since this is a maiden example or maiden competition, there is bound to be rough edges, surely. But I believe that as we proceed from today, or after launching maybe the second season, well, we may be moving towards some degree of perfection. The idea of this whole exercise is to expose the learners, right, to academic experience outside the rigid classroom work. This activity never took place in any classroom. Though we went in the computer room, it wasn't homework, it wasn't anything, but something extra. Now, I would peg the success rate of what we have done between 85.5% to maybe 91%. Now, to all those who participated, I will say kudos. For those who made it to the various stages, I will say you made it and it was through your effort. For those who made it to the semi-finals, I will say congrats. And for those who made it to the finals, I will say kudos. Now, it is not easy to stand before the public or a lot of people and do what you did. In fact, it has given an insight to some of us about the things you can do. And I promise you that in the next competition, the whole thing is going to take a different form. We are just going to groom the people, maybe with selected teachers and so on and so forth. Maybe people from outside may be involved and others. Now, finally, I will say for those of us who could not make it to the finals, you don't need to despair. I saw a few people, some were crying actually, but it is normal. But when you enter a competition, right, nobody enters a competition and tell himself that I am going into this competition and then maybe be sacked or be dropped out on the way. Everybody goes into any competition for victory. If you were not able to make the victory, please do not despair. There is another chance. Are you equal to our competitors? God bless you all. God bless our Hamlet. God bless the judges. God bless our readers. And God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Hayford. Please, we'll call on Sir Peter to give the awards. Please, round of applause.
Right, thank you very much, Mr. Hayford, and thank you, our MCs. I think it was a short notice for our MCs, but they are doing amazingly well. Can we clap for them? Can we clap for them? All right, so this is the point we've all been waiting for, presentation of awards and certificates. Before we move on to the awards and then probably declare the winner, I would like us to begin with giving the certificate of participation. Certificate of participation. So if you can make that ready, Professor Malik can join me here whilst we do the presentation of participation. So if you find yourself as part of the finalists, you will get a certificate for participating. And I believe all those who were even evicted got certificates. It is to prove that you joined us in this competition. Thank you. Right, so okay. Right, so we have here Hiba Adams. Let's clap for Hiba Adams. So Holian Owusu, be getting ready. You can be on standby. Holian Owusu. Holian Owusu. Ernest Eji. Najla Edu. Kofi Safo Mensah. Kofi Safo Mensah. Mami Ekia Mensima Akins. Janet Lomon. And then we have here Diamond Lutherford. Right, so please, all those who took the certificate, kindly come here. All those who took the certificate, come. You'll be given a medal. So I think you can fix it. One after the other, you come forward and then you put on your medal nicely. Wow, so is that not beautiful? So this a silver medal showing that at least they have been part of a great thing as this. It's not easy to stand in front of the crowd and read. If you think it's easy, you can try it once and see. It is not easy. They have really pulled their weight to this level. Congratulations to all of you, and we hope to see you in our next city. Please clap for them. Clap for them. Right, so are we okay now? Can you turn your certificate so that you take a group picture? All right, thank you all. Thank you all. Please, you can go to your seats. Thank you. So we are moving on still with the. So then let's move on with the books. For the books, each of you will get one. We have 14 copies of the books. Mr. Hayford, you can do that for me. So please come, Diamond Lutherford. Now this book is a student study guide with motivation. The title is Become an A+ Student. By God's grace, it was written by myself about 5 years ago. It has helped a lot of students, and I can assure you, if you really want to do well in your academics, you can take this book serious and read it as well. It will help you. Right, thank you. Please come and receive. Everyone is getting one. Please come for one. This is beautiful. Thank you for being a part of this. We are hoping to see you in our next. Everybody. Please come for yours. Everyone is getting. Are we done? Almost. We are almost done with the certification. With the presentation of the books. Wow, thank you for being a part of this. Please don't put the books under your pillow. I'll urge you to read them. They will help you. So I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of Nana Yameche's mom. So let's give it up for Nana Yameche's mom for making it to the final. All right, so thank you very much. This point we've gotten to is the point we have all been waiting for. You want to know the winner, the first runner-up, and then the second runner-up for both departments, upper primary and then JHS. Please, can we maintain some silence here? Can we maintain some silence here? All right, so I'll start with the second runner-up. All right, so hello. Right, so let's present the t-shirts to the 6 winners before we give them their positions. So if you hear your name, you come for one t-shirt and then you sit down. It means you are part of the 6 winners, but you don't know whether you are the first runner-up or the second runner-up. Please, if I say first runner-up, it means you are second. If I say second runner-up, it means you are the third. So let us note it as such. Right, so let's have Raquel Abajo. Please clap for Raquel. Eleonora. El Cabela. Yes, if you receive it, please wear it, okay? If you receive it, wear it. Nana Yameche. I'm mentioning the names randomly. Please be clapping for them. They have done well. Aban Bernadette. Have I missed the name? Portia Yaira Tete. Okay, so please put on the shirt so that you come here for your certificates for whether first, second, or third. So I'll first of all right, so I'll begin with second runner-up for the JHS department. Please, are you ready to see the third? Are you ready to see the third person in the JHS department? Are you ready? All right. So for our second runner-up for today's competition, JHS department, we have Raquel Abajo. Clap for her. So I'll call on Mr. Hayford to do us the honor with that presentation. So if you receive the medal, wait for the certificate as well. And then a cash prize of 200 cedis. Of 100 cedis. That is for the third position. Of 100, please clap for that. Clap for that. Are you not happy? At least she has a registration fee back. Yeah, you can use it for some learning materials. So you can see the cash prize and then the certificate as well. Thank you. Right, so let's move on with the second runner-up for upper primary department. So for the second runner-up for upper primary department, I'll call on Professor Malik to do us the honor. Please clap for Professor Mali. Right, so Eleonora. Let's clap for Eleonora. She did really well. You did really well. Thank you for being a part of this. We are saying a thank you with a certificate, with a cash prize of 100 cedis, and then a very beautiful gold medal. Gold is very precious. That is why we have gold and silver. It shows that you have level. Right. So let's move on to, we'll be moving on to the first runner-up. First runner-up for JHS. Hello, can we maintain some silence? Can we maintain some silence? First runner-up for JHS. Right, so let us have El Cabela Guachi. Please clap for El Cabela. So she goes home with a certificate, a gold medal, and 200 cedis cash prize. Thank you very much. With the JHS department, I'll call on Miss Akosia to do the presentation. Miss Akosia. All right, so for the primary department, I'll call on so let's have the first runner-up for the primary department of today's Read to Inspire competition. Nana Yameche. Please we'll call on her mom to do us the honor by presenting the certificates of participation, a medal, and a cash prize of 200 cedis. All that we are saying is thank you, mommy, for your support, for pushing Nana Yameche to this stage. Thank you very much. Is that not beautiful? Wow, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's not easy to get a second position. It's not easy to get a second position. Thank you, mom. Thank you. Right, so we'll move on with the overall winners. Overall winners. Mr. Ochre, please, I'll employ your service to help us with the presentation for the overall winners for the JHS department. Right, so for the overall winner, who do you think is the winner? Right, so Bernadette Aban. Let's clap for Bernadette Aban. So he goes home with, please listen. He goes home with a cash prize of 500 cedis, and then a certificate of participation, and a glass. No, look at the medal. Is that not beautiful? Yeah. Thank you very much for pulling your weight and being the overall best leader for the JHS department. Thank you. It's a woman to me number, and I'm in my email. Alright. Thank you, Mr. DJ. So we want to move on with the overall best reader for the upper primary department. And I'll call on the administrator of Read to Inspire, Lift the Soul Network, Pastor Christopher Bala, to do us the honor. As we call on Portia Yaira Teke. Thank you very much for pulling your weight and being a part of this competition, specifically being the first. right, so yeah, thank you very much. Wow, let me take a picture again. Alright, thank you. Thank you. So she also goes home with a cash prize of 500 cedis with a glass plated medal and then a certificate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right, so we are not done. Hello. We have four more to present. Four more to present. Now these are special awards going to particular readers. Now aside the overall, there are some that did exceptionally well and we want to take notice of these people. So we want to give the best storyteller. If we say a storyteller, we are talking of the person who reads for you to feel the presence of the person in the story. So he reads as though it is reality. And now I heard he's in the story, yeah. So the person is in the story as the person reads. The facial expression, voice modulation, everything is on point. And I will call on the service of our headmaster, Mr. Mauli, to do us the honor by presenting the best storyteller to no other reader than Benedict Aban. Benedict Aban. Please, let's clap for Benedict Aban. Let's clap for Benedict Aban. We are waiting for Sir to come and do us the honor. So he's going home with 2 medals. Yes. This is the outcome of practicing reading. I want you all to love reading. Thank you very much. Mr. Molly, please don't go. Add one more. Now, there is also one reader that whenever she comes on stage, you feel her presence. She reads with some vim and vigor. And I want to take notice of her. Who is that? Right, so Najla Edu and the most confident reader. The most confident reader. The most confident reader. Thank you very much, Najla Edu, for showcasing your confidence in this reading competition. Thank you very much. Right, thank you very much, Mr. Mauli. Thank you for doing us the honor. Hey, she has fun too. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so Semoli said you should have voted for her, eh? Like she will get closer to winning. Oh, next time vote for her, okay? Alright, so we are moving on to the last 2. We have the most consistent reader. If I say the most consistent reader, we are talking of the reader that does well each and every time, but maybe wasn't given the winner or any position due to the fact that he didn't have enough people pushing him or her. As part of this competition, we made it known that we are looking out for 40% votes and then 60% reading. But for the finals, it turned upside down. 60% votes and then 40% reading. So we want to call on the most consistent reader, Kofi Safo Mensah. Please clap for Kofi Safo Mensah. So we call on, who should I even call to do this presentation for me? Alright, so let me call on one of our MC, our senior MC, to come and do this presentation for us. You want me to mention your name before you come? Tanya Brooks, come. So I want you to see her. I just gave her this task yesterday and then she has done it beautifully well. So thank you for taking up the role of an MC, although it was short notice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. So we want to move on with the last special award, and we are giving it to the favorite audience. What it means is that the person that got the most votes. It means that the person read well, or the person has networking. That is why he or she got the most votes. So we want to take record of you, Portia Yaira Tete. She was in 5,000. Now, I want to share a story. Yesterday, I don't know what happened. Within 1 or 2 minutes, this lady here voted about 3,000 votes. I don't know how that happened. But then, within 3, 4, 5 minutes, 3,000 votes. So thank you, and say thank you to whoever voted for you. Please come. So we'll call on our senior judge, which is Mr. Hayford, who is Mr. Hayford, to help us with the presentation. Thank you very much, Mr. Hayford. Thank you, Yaira, for emerging the reader that is the most favorite of all our viewers and all our sponsors and everyone else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are we done with everything? All right, so we are done with everything. Now, one last thing before I hand over the microphone to the MCs. There is a banner here. Now, right here, right now, we want to launch our second edition, which we have termed Read to Inspire 2.0. It means the second edition. And this time around, our pricing, don't open it yet, please. Our pricing has moved up. There will be a tour around Accra if you emerge the winner. And then the winner goes home with 1,000 cedis prize. First runner-up goes home with 500 cedis cash prize. And then the second runner-up will go home with 200 cedis cash prize. We will be giving the incentives as we have done for the readers today. So please, it is a motivation to all of you. I always say it's not about the money. Think about the discipline and the confidence you build at the end of this competition. Right, so let us open the banner and show it to the entire people present here. So beautifully designed. So beautifully designed. Now registration starts from next week, and the deadline for registration is 24th of April. 24th of April. Yes, so you will not be in school, but then if you register, we'll liaise with your parents. They'll drop you off twice in a week for the competition, just as you are coming for extra classes. So they'll drop you off maybe on Monday and Thursday for 3 hours each day until the competition is done. I hope you can see it's beautiful. And you are ready to get these cash prizes and many more. You will have a tour in around Accra. So you go to places like the Kwame Nkrumah Museum, places like the malls, you can name them. And most interesting places you don't even know of. Right, so thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you, our judges. I'll at this point hand over to our MCs to close us. So MCs, if you are here, please let us have you. Let us have, please, you can give a round of applause to our MCs once again. As we invite Pastor Christopher Blatt to close us.
Thank you all too soon. A 5-week Read to Inspire competition has come to an end. We all did well. Let us clap for ourselves once again. So what a delight time we have had. To our amazing readers, to all champions, to our judges, teachers, parents, and guests. Thank you for making this event a success. Special thanks to the organizer for a job well done, and to God for making it possible. Let's take the love of reading back home with us. Until next time, thank you and God bless you. Amen.
La Côte d'Ivoire, espérant terre d'hospitalité, reçoit l'Afrique. Jour de fête. C'est quoi?